Do you want to upgrade your manifesting powers? In this episode, we are going to explore working with the moon to help you take a step closer to manifesting your best life. Welcome to the Mainly Moonology podcast. I'm your host, Yasmin Boland, an award-winning astrologer and the Sunday Times best-selling author of books including Moonology and creator of the Moonology Oracle cards. My intention for this podcast is to help you understand how you can create your dream life using mainly Moonology, the moon, as your guide. The first thing to realize is that moon manifesting is not just about the wishes that you make. This is a really easy mistake to make, and a lot of people do make it. We think, oh yes, it's all about making my wishes at new moon, writing out my list, thinking about what I want, and then I just sort of say all those on the night of the new moon, and then, hey presto, everything's going to magically work out. Okay, so on the one hand, making your wishes is a really, really powerful thing to do. But guess what? It's not actually just about making the wishes. There's a couple of other things involved which are really, really crucial. The first is to think about this fact. When you make your wishes, what are you forced to do? You are forced to get clarity about what you want. It's not the first time that you make wishes, or for me anyway, it's not the first time that I've made my wishes and then written it down and thought, well, I'm not really sure if I even want that anymore. Or maybe that's not really what I want, or I don't really know what I want. So making your wishes brings you clarity. And also the other thing it does, and I've noticed this working with people over the years, is it's quite confronting because it actually makes you say, I want this. I want something. This is what I want. Oh, I just said it out loud, or I just wrote it down. I just admitted to myself that this is what I want. Okay. So that's one reason why making wishes at new moon is so important. But it's not actually the process necessarily of the wishes alone. It's the clarity that you get by sitting down to make new moon wishes. That's really important. So that said, it's also really important because when you do new moon wishes in the way I teach with Moonology, what we do is we embody the feeling and we make affirmations and we see it as real and we feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to quote Wayne Dyer and Neville Goddard before him. So that's all really important as well, because then what happens when you start to imagine your dreams as real is that you start to raise your vibration. And it's so important to raise your vibration. In fact, you need to raise your vibration to match whatever it is that you want to attract or create in your life. Okay, so once you start the process of making the new moon wishes and you start to see them as real and you start to embody them, to feel them in your body, and you start to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are then literally raising your vibration to match whatever it is that you want to attract in your life. You start to put it into vibrational escrow, as the Abraham Hicks people have taught us. You start to actually make it real, because if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Now, that might sound like, airy-fairy mumbo-jumbo, but it's really not. If you'll find when you start to work with the moon, there are going to be sometimes you'll make a wish and you just can't envisage it. You can't visualize it. You can't feel it as real. You can't conceive it actually happening. And then you can't create that yet. You can't create something until you believe in it. One thing I often do when I run workshops, new moon workshops, is at the end of the new moon wishing process, I ask people to go down their list of wishes. We usually make about 3 wishes these days. Used to make 10. Now we just keep it really simple. And I ask them to give themselves a mark out of 10 on how likely they think something is going to happen. So, for example, if you're wishing to get a new job you've just applied for, how likely do you think that is? And if you say 4 out of 10, then obviously you don't really believe it. But if you believe 7 out of 10, then you're much more likely to actually get the job because you believe in it. And then once you believe in it, you can start to create it. But I also should point out here as well, just this is a real little mini aside, but when you're looking for new work, for example, really what you want to manifest is the perfect new job for me. I love my new job and my new job loves me, rather than a particular job, because quite often it might not be the job we initially think we want that we get, or it might be a better job that comes along later. It's the same if you're trying to buy a house or sell a house. Just do as much as you can when you're making your wishes, that the best possible outcome is what you'll get. That's kind of an aside. I don't want to go too much off topic. So what we're talking about here is it's not just about the wishes you make. It's not just about the writing it down. It's about feeling it, and it's about raising your vibration to match whatever it is you want in your life. Now, if you are going through a difficult time in your life, then when it comes to making your new moon wishes, you might find it's really hard to believe that you can get what you want because you're mired in this sort of difficult period that you're experiencing. And again, that's completely normal. However, no one said it was going to be easy to manifest your dream life. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes learning how to do it. And I truly believe one of the reasons that we are here on the planet is to learn how to create, how to manifest, how to create the life we want to lead. So as well as doing your wishes, you also need to use the moon cycle and to tune in as we go through all the phases. And I do strongly recommend doing a gratitude practice every first and last quarter moons. That will really help raise your vibration, because when you go into a feeling of gratitude, you actually push your ego out of the way and you start to see all the good in your life. And once you start to see the good in your life, you start to attract more good. Other ways to raise your vibration, and you can do these anytime in the lunar cycle, include things like meditation, for example. Obviously a daily meditation practice is going to take you out of any issues you've got, and at least for a good 15, 20 minutes a day, your vibration goes higher and you start to vibrate at a higher rate. And I honestly think that you can't go past listening to solfeggio frequencies, which you can get for free on the internet, pretty much, anywhere to YouTube, whatever. They will also raise your vibration. I put on solfeggio frequencies when I'm cooking, for example. I'll either put them on the speaker in the kitchen or I'll put them on my earbuds. I used to put on the news because I love the news, but I realized that's just lowering my vibration. So, meditation, solfeggio frequencies, chanting is another thing that's amazing to do. You can have chanting playing in the background when you're working, if you work by yourself or on your headphones. Even things like walking in nature will raise your vibration. And it's really important you understand that you need to raise your vibration so that you are not sitting marinating in upset or dramas or anger, and you start to see all the good in your life and you start to process any negativity. I'm going to pause this podcast for a moment to tell you about the free 3-part live training, 3 ways to work with the magic of the moon, which I hold once a year. And this year it's happening June 13, 14 and 15. The moon is an incredibly powerful tool that can help you to create the life of your dreams, whether you're looking to attract abundance, better health, more happiness, if you want to supercharge your manifesting practice, or simply bring a bit more magic into your life. I truly believe you are going to get absolutely tons of value from this 3-part training, which I am delighted to offer you for free. The moon is always available and free to everyone. So I'm going to be teaching in that spirit. I'll be teaching you the basics of how to tap into the lunar energy and kickstart a transformational journey that will empower every aspect of your life. And if you can't make the lives, please don't worry. The replays will be up for a limited time. So sign up for free at moonmessages.com/moon training, or click the link in the show notes below. All right. So let's just get back to the moon. So where does the moon come into this? Women especially, but also many enlightened men have worked with the moon for millennia to make magic. And they knew that the new moon is the time to do all the actual wishing, the actual casting out of your intentions to the universe, sending them out to the universe. Okay, so while you might get lucky with manifesting if you just do it any old time, using the moon's cycle will boost your manifesting no end, okay? So let's just move away from the new moon for a minute. Remember, every month we have a new moon and a full moon. They're always 2 weeks apart. You get the new moon, 2 weeks later the full moon, 2 weeks later the next new moon, 2 weeks later the next full moon, and so on. So the new moon to the full moon is called the waxing cycle. So that's when you made your wishes and you chase your dreams, okay? You do what you can. But then when we come to the full moon, that is the start of the waning cycle, and that is the time to let everything go, okay? It's the time to release any upset, dramas, jealousy, resentment, anger, anything like that. Just let it go, because all those negative emotions are clogging you up. So you cannot raise your vibration to the level you need to be at to match whatever good, beautiful, wonderful things it is that you want to attract into your life. I hope this helps. I will be holding a free 3-part workshop all about manifesting with the moon, if you'd like to know more, on June 13, 14, and 15. You can visit moonmessages.com/moon training, moonmessages.com/moon training, and sign up for free. It'll be live June 13, 14, and 15, and we will do a full moon forgiveness ceremony as a part of it, okay? And the full moon forgiveness is crucial for the manifesting, because so often what's clogging us up vibrationally is upset, anger, resentment, things that have gone wrong, and we need to either forgive ourselves or forgive someone else. So we'll be doing the full moon forgiveness ceremony as a part of the free 3-part live training. It's so important to forgive and move on if you want to be a powerful manifester. I invite you to join me for the moon training. I really want to help you to see that you actually can make your dreams come true. This is all old, ancient wisdom that has been lost through the ages, not least because it was suppressed for reasons I won't go into now, but it's coming back. And let's all celebrate and revel in and enjoy the fact that we can all make magic. Thank you for listening. I'll be back very soon with regular transmissions of the podcast. Have a beautiful day or evening, wherever you may be.